Attribute number 1, presence, part 4. Meditation number 4. Lovely enough to evoke longing and fainting. Psalm 84, 1 and 2. How lovely is your dwelling place, O Lord Almighty! My soul yearns, even faints, for the courts of the Lord. My heart and my flesh cry out for the living God. What is wonderful about this attribute? The longing of the psalmist seems almost incredible. For most of us, it's a huge victory to desire prayer at all. And if our time with the Lord were our favorite time of the day, we would count it an especially significant victory. But to desire the presence of God so strongly that when you wake up and as you're getting dressed, your soul is yearning and even fainting in anticipation. Imagine. It takes a great joy to get your soul to yearn for something. A greater joy still for it to faint. Greater still to cause such longing that your flesh and soul and whole being cry out in desire and shout for joy when the desire is fulfilled. What caused the psalmist to become so hungry and thirsty for God? Had he neglected spending time with the Lord? Probably not. When we go without being in God's presence, our desire and longing diminish rather than increase. More likely, he had such longing because he had experienced especially profound fellowship with God and desired more. Imagine what it was like for the psalmist to enter into the courts he speaks of here. The tabernacle at that time was a tent, walls of skin or fabric, dirt floor, poor lighting, the same old furniture and utensils arranged in exactly the same way they had been since he was a kid. Apart from God's glory, it must have been about as boring a place as there could be. So for the psalmist to have this kind of desire, the experiences he'd had in there with God must have been beyond anything most of us have ever known. What effect would it have on your heart if you were to consciously experience God's presence today? Experiencing this attribute. What depths of joy are available to us every day that go unclaimed, like a lost lottery ticket? Most of us, even if we do enjoy our time with the Lord, don't mind postponing it to read the news or open a package that just came to the door. How weak and sickly is our enjoyment of God. Father, I want what the psalmists had. Please, give me that gripping, controlling, dominating, passionate, insistent, incessant need to be in your presence and to see your glory. Bring me to the point where my heart and my flesh cry out for you. The living God, the Lord of hosts. Lord, I believe your presence is that wonderful. If I were to taste it over the next hour, I would long and pine for you, and my whole being would be consumed with desire. But I cannot taste of it unless you awaken the heart of your servant. Lord, please, make me hungry. Make me pine for your presence. Replace the sluggish apathy in my heart with passionate desire and longing. Only your Spirit can do that, dear Lord. I can't generate it. I want it. Only you can give it. Lord, you are with me right now in this room. You are attending to the prayer of your servant. Listen to this request, dear Lord. Please grant me this. Teach me what I need to know, and do whatever work you must do in me to bring this about. Please, dear Father. Think. Have you had experiences in your daily time with God that cause your soul to yearn for His presence? What if you remained in prayer today and did not stop seeking Him until you did have such an experience? Promise to trust today. Isaiah 55, 1 and 2. Come, all you who are thirsty, come to the waters. And you who have no money, come, buy and eat. Come, buy wine and milk without money and without cost. Why spend money on what is not bread, and your labor on what does not satisfy? Listen to me, and eat what is good, and your soul will delight in the richest of fare.